Hey everybody, Jay Buzzsaw 79 here with the next spell book. This is my wizard spell book, but this is the one I played against Stanier in the... Oh, let's see, he played his druid and I played my wizard. So this is the buggy version of the wizard spell book that I've changed to currently. So yeah, basically right into it here. The Gate of Voltari, Harmonize. I mean, that's kind of... the Gate is just so good. I'm surprised I didn't freaking get out of that when they did the Wizard Tower, but, you know, whatever. Mordok's Tome, of course, basically, so I can kind of get extra selections later on. But I like to put it out there right away. The Mana Worms, that's kind of my big thing here. Summoning the Mana Worms through the Gate because they're cheap, only 5. So it lets me have some other options. I think I might put another Summoning Circle in. I haven't changed it since I dueled Stanier with this, so I think 2 would be good, just because he ended up destroying my first one. So, and I think I might take some Mana Leeches out. We'll have to see. I need to play this a few more times, I think, against him and some other people. One other friend, Kiwi, he would be one to duel against too. So yeah, and of course, some Gorgon Archers, because she's always good. I don't know, I might move her down to 1. I just thought 2 might be useful, just because, you know, I like to have backup plans, so when I kill something I can replace it, but maybe just the 1, since she can regen and she has the 13 health. Maybe throw a little armor on her or something. The Satyr Gruffs here, I've really been thinking about putting them in like some kind of soldier-based thing. I mean, they would be 4 points, but really they're kind of on par with the Orc Butcher for 2 extra spellbook points. You know, you throw some strength increase to get those extra dice. If you like get 5 dice in a stagger, staggers are actually really good, I found out recently. So I've been really concentrating on the stagger thing, because on a minor creature they cannot attack or guard, and then you know, on a major, you know, creature, which would be level 3 or higher, like if you hit the Gorgon, let's say, she gets 2 less dice. Well, then, you know, it's only a 2 dice bow attack suddenly. I mean, yeah, you know, that's still happening, but 2 dice less. I mean, that's... You rolls a blank on a 1, you have 1, you know, 1 damage coming in, so, yeah. So I'm really liking those Satyr Gruffs. I'm going to do more with them. The Mana Worms, the big thing here is I thought, basically a Swarm version was the whole idea here, but run it as also a control base in the aspect that when these attack and damage a creature, the creature's controller loses a mana. So, you know, anybody that basically isn't running a solo build, perhaps, or a buddy build even, I mean, again, it's only 2 dice, ideally. So it's basically just annoyance factor of things. But if you put 3 or 4 of these out at a time, and they're rolling 2 dice each, eventually you'll get through. And that's my whole thought here, really. Devour and Jelly, of course, is just, it's so good. So, another Mana Worm, so I get up to 6. 2 Poison Blood, the Mage Bane, and the Marked for Death. Marked for Death is great with the frickin' worms. Especially if I can kind of get it off and get like a full round. I mean, like, I have to obviously spend some time lining things up, but if you get, again, 3 or 4 worms out, and they only get 1 extra attack, it could be devastating. Especially like you throw Poison Blood on there. So they won't be able to heal. I keep getting caught on standing for the camera. Got me a Pacify times 3 there. Again, just because of the fact they're paying 2 mana to declare an attack, so that's kind of nice. Something different. Hawkeye is really good. Basically, Hawkeye is only for the wizard, generally. I mean, I could throw it onto Gorgon, I suppose, but mainly it's for the wizard. He's got his zappy thing, so it's kind of, that's my major thing to deal with. Ethereal is the wizard. So, Essence Strain for upkeep. The Minor Essence Basically, they'll pay for it's destroyed. So that actually helped out when I played Stanier. It would have been smarter for me to have cast it sooner on the tree butterfly thing, but you know. Hoodwink, I'm not sure about yet. I mean, it's exciting, I suppose. Just because, again, it's bound to an object. So actually, you could throw it on equipment even. And really, you net gain +1, and it goes back to your spell book, so you can recast it later on. So it's kind of a better form of decoy. So because you +1 off of it. So arcane wards are really good. You can't go wrong there. 2 teleport traps to kind of set up the field for control. Staff of Arcanum, because it is a ranged attack with mana drain. That's the only reason why. So, some cheap leather. The ring, of course. 2 gloves of skill. I thought about running just 1, but this kind of is the same reason why I have it in my priest deck. It's just because of the fact that, again, you're relying on him for his quick cast after a while to, you know, roll over and try to get as much hits and damage through as you can with the zap effect going on. The robes, just there to get a +1 mana. I mean, really, they will pay for themselves. And it provides the 1 armor. Double mana crystal, the enchanter stones, sort of important, but not really. Poison gas walls, I haven't had much luck with those. I did add the rolling fog in. I thought about perhaps the first 3 to 5 turns, whatever it takes, kind of push out several of the worms, cast rolling fog, and then kind of let them come in under the cover of the arena, so to speak. Was my thought there. So we'll have to see how that goes. So. I mean, if you get them in range and all of a sudden they all swarm at once, that could be something. Mana Siphon's always good, always a staple, I think, for the wizard. Double teleport because you can, and double banish. Because especially if it's a buddy build, all those worms swarming on them, I figure, well, you can banish it 3 turns and try to beat the crap out of them. Triple banish and the purge magic because you are a wizard, and why would you not want to earn purge magic? So, the double dissolve, 2 perfect strikes only because it makes it unblockable for your next melee. And again, I feel like that could be something of importance. 2 minor heals. I might have some more healing in because I feel like the spellbook itself is lacking kind of in that area, which is my only real problem with it. But you know, maybe like a heal or something. 2 seeking dispels. Those are added to these is because I didn't need decoy, because well, it's seeking dispel, right? And you're a wizard, so. Finally, to defend, because you know, sometimes you just need to throw a defend on something. So, like perhaps a devourer jelly that's sitting in your area. Suddenly they're really surprised. So, alright, well, there is my wizard spellbook. This is kind of the current version as opposed to the earlier version I put out in the last year, beginning of this year, whatever that was. So, yeah, so thumbs up if you like this, thumbs down if you did not. Go ahead and throw me some comments as always. And if you enjoyed this content, please go ahead and throw a subscription in my channel as well. I'd very much appreciate it, and thank you for that. This is JBuzzsaw79 signing off and saying thanks for viewing us.